I've been an iPhone user ever since the iPhone 6, and I liked it so much that I upgraded to a new iPhone every single year, up until my iPhone XS Max, which I love. And with the release of the Note 10 Plus, I decided to test the waters and see what differences I would notice after a few days of use, so I could give you guys a good idea of what it'll be like to switch from an iPhone to the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Coming from the XS Max, the build quality of the 10 Plus feels fantastic, and I'm really impressed with how thin they got the frame on both sides of the phone, and the huge curve on the back glass feels really pleasant in the hand. All of the buttons being on one side is new to me, and I wish the power button was a little bit larger like the XS Max, but after getting used to it, it's actually not too bad. I just wish it had a physical mute switch like on my iPhone. The 10 Plus is definitely larger than the XS Max, so it sticks out of some of my jeans and shorts that have smaller pockets, which is a bit annoying, especially since the shape is more boxy. In terms of design, I love the vertical camera layout, and the back of the phone looks really premium. The display is absolutely amazing, and it packs perhaps the thinnest bezels I've seen on any smartphone, thanks to a razor-thin grill for the earpiece speaker, which is a huge plus coming from the iPhone XS Max, which seems to have massive bezels compared to the Note. And the centered hole punch for the camera has really grown on me. It feels good to not have the screen be blocked by the iPhone's large notch. The hole punch just seems to fade away after you get used to it. The curved display is a little more subtle than before, but I do sometimes still have issues with accidental touches on those edges, and if you're in a brightly lit room, you get distracting reflections on those edges, which you don't get on a flat screen iPhone. Although the speakers aren't quite as nice as the ones on the S10 Plus, they're still better than my XS Max's speakers, and I love the bright highs while listening to music and watching videos. The Note 9 had serious issues with balancing audio between the earpiece and bottom speakers, but the Note 10 Plus finally nails it for stereo audio. 1440p video and YouTube looks gorgeous on the Note 10 Plus, something you can't get on an iPhone, and I've noticed that LTE speeds have been faster than on my XS Max as well. Also, if you're into watching Netflix on your phone, the Note 10 Plus is absolutely the best phone you can get for Netflix. And I really love the picture-in-picture mode, which is great if you need to quickly do something else without having to pause the video. I also like that notifications get larger thumbnails, like from YouTube, but it's quite annoying to get ads from games in your notifications, which I absolutely never got on iOS. One thing that I missed was the customizable tiles on the home screen tabs, like for the weather app and a very convenient Google search bar. You do get the widget page on the iPhone, but it just isn't the same. However, I do feel like animations and the overall speed of the system felt quicker on my iPhone XS Max. I can't really explain it, but the Note 10 Plus just doesn't feel as fluid. I don't really care that the headphone jack is gone, since my previous 3 iPhones didn't have it anyway, and I personally use AirPods all the time, which are fantastic, but Samsung now has their new Galaxy Buds, and they're honestly really good for the price. I'm also in love with the cameras on the Note 10 Plus. Samsung completely nailed it this year in terms of software and processing consistency. If you want to see why we think it's the best camera in any smartphone, click the button at the end of this video. I like the fact that it comes with an SD card slot that supports up to 1 TB of extra storage, instead of paying hundreds of dollars more to upgrade storage on an iPhone. I'm personally a Mac user, both at work and at home on my MacBook Pro, so it really sucks not to have AirDrop, which literally makes transferring photos and files to and from my Mac and other Apple devices the most convenient thing ever. Transferring photos was a major pain with the S10 Plus because the Android file transfer app would not work, no matter what I tried. So we actually resorted to uploading comparison photos to Google Drive and then downloading them onto our Macs. But thankfully, the app works perfectly fine with the Note 10 Plus. It just sucks that you can't preview photos until you transfer them. And I absolutely love the freedom you have with Android devices, allowing you to easily transfer music files to and from the phone, which you can't do on iPhones since Apple wants you to pay for Apple Music. The USB-C port is also very convenient, allowing me to share my MacBook Pro's charging cable with the Note 10 Plus anytime I want. It also charges super quick, so much faster than my iPhone. You get a 25-watt charger in the box instead of the embarrassing 5-watt charger that Apple gives you. And along with the super fast charging, the Note 10 Plus also gets really impressive battery life, mostly due to the massive 4300 mAh battery. We played an hour of games on both the Note and the XS Max, and the 10 Plus got significantly better battery life. You should definitely check out that video if you haven't already. The ultrasonic fingerprint sensor is really nice because it's completely hidden, but it takes a bit of time to get used to the exact location of the sensor, and and it's also not as quick as the one on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Touch ID on my iPhone 8 was much quicker, but the home button just took up way too much space, so I'm glad Samsung put it underneath the display. However, I still prefer Face ID most of the time because it just happens instantly and sometimes you don't even notice it's there. As for the S Pen, the main feature of the Note 10 Plus, I honestly don't have much use for it. The only real use case I could think of is signing documents, but these days a lot of people use eSign, which automatically generates a signature and initials for you. But if you're someone who could put the S Pen to good use, it'll work wonders. I absolutely love the always-on display that tells me all the info I need without having to turn the display on, which is something that's sorely missing from iPhones. I'm also enjoying the UI that allows you to quickly and easily fine-tune the volume of the ringer, media, and system sounds. As many of you know, you get a lot more options for customization in the settings, which is something you don't get with iOS, so tech heads will definitely enjoy using the Note 10 Plus. Overall, I've really enjoyed using it over the past few days, and it's an excellent phone. But I honestly still can't give up on my iPhone, and it's because of iOS and the Apple ecosystem. Everything is interconnected and it all just works so well together. And unlike Android, iOS was built specifically for these iPhones and the chips inside of them. The main drawback to Android is that it has to support many different smartphone brands at the same time, so apps and software will never reach the level of optimization that you get with iOS. But if you could go either way, or if you actually like Android, the Note 10 Plus is literally the best phone you can buy right now. You're seriously gonna be so happy with it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to tap the like button and click the circle above to subscribe for more videos like this one. And you should definitely check out the camera video right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.